Indie Mogul.
Audiences enjoyed leftovers for Thanksgiving this year as none of the weekend's new releases made it into the top 3. Just how stuffed was the box office? Let's find out with some movie math. Coming in at number 1 is Twilight New Moon. Yes, these vampires survive in the sunlight and their second weekends at the box office. Falling an understandable 70% considering its huge opening weekend, New Moon took in another $42.5 million. That brings its 2-week total to $230 million, which puts it at number 6 for biggest grossing movies of the year. How high will it go? Well, it seems to have smooth sailing all the way until December 18th when James Cameron's Avatar hits theaters. And that works just fine for Summit Entertainment, who has found their It franchise, just like the Saw series put Lionsgate on the map years ago. All of those young actors stuck in multi-movie contracts that were signed when they were nobodies makes for a lean $50 million budget and lots of money for Summit. Just think, when you buy a Team Edward or Team Jacob t-shirt, you're helping to pay for Knowing, The Hurt Locker, and Sorority Row. In a surprisingly close second place is The Blind Side with $40.1 million. The Sandra Bullock feel-good movie actually went up 17.6% from its debut last weekend, making for a total of $100 million in just 2 weeks. We're talking about another cheap movie here as The Blind Side only cost $29 million to make. Just $60 million to go and The Blind Side will score as Bullock's most successful movie ever. She tackled audiences' hearts, but it remains to be seen if she'll tackle Academy voters. With numbers like this, though, the rating-starved show might just draft her. And 2012 is still alive at the box office as its arc seems to be parked in third place. Falling 30% from last weekend, where it was also in third place, 2012 took in another $18 million to bring its total up to $138 million so far. With an international gross of $348 million, even breaking box office records in Russia for a foreign film, 2012 has been anything but a disaster for Sony Pictures. Elsewhere in the box office, it was kinda sad. Old Dogs opened at number 4 with $16.8 million, a low that John Travolta hasn't hit since The Punisher and Robin Williams since, well, that's actually par for the course with him these days. Fantastic Mr. Fox went wide after a 2-week limited run and moved up to number 9 with $7 million. Up to $10 million now, don't expect the final tally to be fantastic. Meanwhile, The Road opened in 111 theaters and enjoyed the highest per-screen average in the top 10, but it only made it to number 11 anyway. And The Princess and the Frog's 2 theater exclusive engagement is burning up the tracks with $1.1 million in just a few days, but we'll have to wait and see if Disney is merely front-loading their box office gross with die-hard fans. As for Ninja Assassin, it stayed a little too much in the shadows as it opened at number 6 with $13.1 million, which is a shame because most of you enjoyed it. I asked you to rate the movie on a 1 to 10. You gave it an 8, which is still good, but a little more down-to-earth than the 14.5 audiences gave it on Friday's episode of Beyond the Trailer. And now for the one-sentence review challenge results. Here's the top 5, and number 1 will be getting a free pair of AMC movie tickets. In 5th place is Cal Sky 9, who exclaims, "Holy ninja moly!" 4th place, Hero 120, gives us a little more depth with, "The first half was boring beyond belief, but it's all forgiven because the rest is just an epic series of events where all the flaws are forgotten." And in 3rd place, Aquarius 44 keeps it short and sweet with, "It's Wanted, but with ninjas." Runner-up You Know It's Matt gets in the spirit of movie math with unoriginal plot, plus amazing Wachowski brothers special effects, plus kick-ass action equals above-average ninja movie. And the winner of the free movie tickets is Grounded for Life 27, who keeps it real with, "Ninja Assassin has a hero with the personality of a wall, but you'll be completely sucked in while he's splattering blood all over a wall." I saw 3 movies this weekend, and I'll tell you all about them after the break.
What the Get him, man! One back, cut him off, go!
So like I said, I saw 3 movies this weekend, so these reviews are going to be short and sweet. First up, New Moon. Now, I was willing to cut this movie a little slack because I believe that if a movie makes this much money, you gotta respect it. New Moon is now my one exception to that rule. I'm sorry, Twilight fans, but this is an absolutely awful movie. From every perspective, acting, writing, directing, the list goes on and on. I have never seen so much angst, on screen or in reality, in my entire life. No wonder it's called New Moon, because everyone's mooning over each other. Michael Sheen was doing some interesting stuff with his character, but he was only in the movie for like 5 minutes. Twilight fans, defend your movie in the comments below. What specifically do you like about this movie? Not the characters or the book or the actors, this movie. Seriously, I need help understanding this phenomenon. On Thanksgiving, I saw A Christmas Carol, and I was pleasantly surprised with how good the movie was. Robert Zemeckis made A Christmas Carol very cinematic, but also terrifying, so I don't know how this can be a family movie. However, I still wish that Zemeckis had made a sweeping live-action epic telling of A Christmas Carol. But he didn't, so my favorite version of A Christmas Carol is still the Alastair Sim version, followed by the Muppets one. But if you like the story, this version is worth checking out. Finally, I saw The Fantastic Mr. Fox. What a charming movie. It had some slow spots where I caught my mind wandering, but overall I was captivated by the world Wes Anderson created. I dare say the stop-motion animation here is the best I've seen yet, even superior to Coraline. Sorry, Selleck, but it seems the student has become the master. If you're into miniatures and/or Wes Anderson, you will adore this movie. If not, it's still worth a rental down the line to be enjoyed with a cup of hot tea while nestled under a quilt. Cozy. As always, thanks for watching Movie Math, and I'll see you on Friday when Beyond the Trailer covers Armored, Brothers, and Everybody's Fine. Also, be sure to vote in Beyond the Trailer's poll for the top 10 movies of 2009. Go to this link, also posted on the side here, to vote. The results will be announced on a special edition of Movie Math, and you have until December 13th to vote. I'm Grace Randolph, and we just did some Movie Math.
Subscribe, comment, rate it.